May the 22nd, 2014 will begin at 4:32. Please, everyone, turn your phones down or off during the meeting, and please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for a moment of silence.
United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Here. Here.
Here. Here.
Here. All commissioners are present. Number 4, communications. Would you please?
May 19, 2014,
Oh, you need the microphone, Cynthia. Thank you.
dated May 19th, addressed to the Hammond Redevelopment Commission. It says, Dear Commissioner Lambert, Calvary Temple will be hosting a back-to-school fest on Saturday, August 2nd, 2014, from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. We are requesting permission to host the event on the vacant properties located at 2834 and 2836 165th Street. Our back-to-school fest will be open and free to the public. We will be giving away backpacks, school supplies, and hot dogs and hamburgers. We will clean up and prep the property before and after the event. You are invited to attend this event. Please call my office at 932-3500 with any questions or permission for use of this property. Thank you. Blessings, Joey Miranda, Senior Pastor of Calvary Temple.
Thank you. Commissioners. Questions, discussion?
I guess just a question to Phil, like if you were to let them use that, would they have to like get a waiver for insurance or anything?
I think
Or a permit of some
probably
sort?
just let them know we would not be responsible for any accidents or problems if they, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, my opinion would be that we could let them use the property, obviously it's for a good cause, that we could have them sign something just saying that they have the liability of anything that occurs on the property.
Sounds good? Any more discussion?
Nope, I'll just,
Do we need to vote on that?
We need a motion.
go ahead.
I'd like to make a motion to accept their request.
I can't hear you very good, honey.
I would like to make a motion to accept their request for their back-to-school fest at 2834 and 2836 165th Street here in Hammond.
Second.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Yes.
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 Yes, motion passes. Commissioners present. Number 5, homebound conditional forgivable loan approval for Meldon Teague, 507 Chicago Avenue.
Madam President, Commissioners, we have before you a request for $2,500 in down payment assistance for Meldon Teague for the purchase of a property at 507 Chicago Avenue. This has been reviewed by staff and found satisfactory in accordance with the HUD guidelines. And Mr. Teague is present at this meeting to answer any questions that the commissioners may have.
Would you ask him to come up, please? Welcome, Mr. Teague. Commissioner?
I guess I asked my standing question. How did you hear about the program?
Through my relative.
Who's your realtor?
Uh,
Come on, you don't know who your realtor is?
it's slipped my mind right now, I'm sorry.
What company?
McCormick. I mean, McCauley, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's two different companies.
Yeah.
Any more questions, discussions, commissioners?
I'd like to welcome the man from, there's a Maribel moving up here to Hammond. We appreciate that.
I don't know, we might have to have him come back so he can tell me who his realtor is.
Mr. Teague, he happens to be a realtor himself, just in case you're wondering. Can we get a motion?
Madam President?
Yes, Commissioner?
Madam President, I'd like to make a motion for the homebound conditional forgivable loan approval for Mountain Teak.
for 507 Chicago Avenue.
Thank you.
Second.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Yes.
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 Yes, motion passes. All commissioners are present. Congratulations, Mr. T.
And welcome to Hammond.
Yes,
Enjoy your new home.
congratulations.
Okay, number 7, determination of compliance for Wendy's remodel at 1844 165th Street in Woodmar sub-area of the Hammond Central Redevelopment Area. Do we have anyone here?
Yes, number 6 was tabled, so number 6 we're not going forward with. Yes, we have a representative from Wendy's here. He can come forward and talk to you, answer any questions about the project.
Hello,
Hello?
my name is Scott Hathaway. I'm with the GPD Group here on behalf of Wendy's International, representing the remodel project for 1844 165th. The project is described in the packet, consists of remodeling the interior and the exterior of the facility to apply Wendy's new corporate brand and identity. As you see in the packet, we have provided some perspective renderings and elevations for your review. I also have some samples of the exterior materials that are going to be applied if you're interested. We basically shown a design that integrates new design elements, and we're anticipating that the remodel will take approximately 6 to 8 weeks for construction and implementation, and represents about a construction cost of somewhere in the order of magnitude of about $300,000 in construction cost. Working with the staff, city staff, we believe the project's in compliance with the redevelopment area plans, and request your approval.
Have any questions?
Will this remain open while you're remodeling?
We'll need to close the restaurant for approximately 6 to 8 weeks.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna miss you.
We'll get it open as soon as possible.
All right, I love Wendy's.
I do too. That's the closest one to my house.
Yeah.
Mine too.
They would love to
Get on
compress
it.
that timeline even more.
There you go. Any more questions,
Did you
Commissioners?
say you brought something, like the,
Yeah,
Show us.
if I can approach. We do have samples of both the interior and the exterior of the materials that will be applied, that they're implementing through materials. So this here is what the interior materials will be done. And then this here is the applied.
It's a great way to do it.
I must say, I mean, I was surprised. It's in really good shape. It's a really nice Wendy's. And clean and,
And it's always clean.
yes, it is. Always clean. Mr. Thomas had a great idea. Any more questions, Commissioners?
So I assume that this is a very profitable Wendy's, if you're willing to remodel it and spend that type of money in it.
I'm sorry.
So I assume this is a very profitable Wendy's.
I can't speak to the profits, but obviously the investment, you could certainly, they're committed to bringing their customers, bringing up the image and enhancing the image.
You got good people there too, working at this store. Pardon me? Okay. Do we have any more questions, Commissioners? Any discussion?
or maybe if Brian could just come up and,
Brian, you want to get us some,
And in the wings.
you want to come and see us? Well,
I always want to come and see you.
Thank you.
I like to be prepared and organized.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. The project area is located in the Woodmar sub-area of the Hammond Central Redevelopment Area. And the Woodmar sub-area was created in 2005 and was incorporated into the expanded Hammond Central Redevelopment Area in 2012. And within that plan, there was a lot of references to, of course, promoting gainful employment and for the citizens of the city, improving the quality of the area. And more importantly, in the original plan, there was a reference to that the goal is to improve the appearance of the structures and buildings and rights-of-ways, et cetera, and to encourage the high standards of development design, improving the aesthetic appearance and economic welfare of the area. So I find it very interesting that I actually have good language that leads me to draw a very simple conclusion. So therefore, the recommendation that the staff gives is that we recommend that the Redevelopment Commission does determine that the project is in compliance with the 2012 Hammond Central Area Plan and the 2005 Woodmar Redevelopment Sub-Area Plan.
Any more questions, Commissioner? Discussion?
I'd like to so move on that. I
Okay,
can say it too.
Second?
thank you. Roll call, please.
Shuttle Presley,
Yes.
Navejas,
Yes.
Myrick,
Yes.
Aldridge,
Yes.
Lambert.
Yes, the motion passes. All commissioners are present.
Thank you.
We'll be waiting for the grand opening.
I want the first hamburger.
Yes. Okay. Number 8, approval for a bid for demolition of tank at 651 Conklin. Mr. Bosky, welcome.
Commissioners, as you recall last meeting, we approved to bid out the demolition and removal of the tank and adjacent building. It's a small concrete structure, I should say, behind 651 Conkey as per the project of the city selling the property to a new business that's going to be hopefully soon locating in Hammond. Americo put together the specs for the bid. We did have a meeting today at 3:30 at 649 Conkey Street and opened the 2 bids out of the 3 contractors that were given the specs. And the low bid was from RSR Demolition for $16,000. The second bid was from Beckstein for $17,790. So you can have any questions, but my recommendation is to go with RSR Demolition for the bid amount of $16,000. And John Blosky is here to answer any questions.
I agree with
You
Bill.
agree with
Agree
it?
with what he said.
So moved. Have any questions of Mr. Bosky?
No, we pretty much discussed this pretty
I
good.
think we did.
Yeah, the whole back of the side will be completely cleaned up too. I think it was so cheap because that steel tank, nobody really knows how much it weighs, but scrap steel's pretty good right now.
Good.
Madam President.
Yes, Commissioner.
I make a motion for the approval of the bid for demolition of the tank at 651 Conkey Street.
Second.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Shuttle Presley,
Yes.
Navejas,
Yes.
Myrick,
Yes.
Aldridge,
Yes.
Lambert.
Yes, motion passes. All commissioners present.
I'll
Thank you,
notify the
Commissioners.
contractor tomorrow.
Keep up the
Thank
good
you.
work,
Have a
John.
good evening. Thank you.
And John, Mr. Blosky is aware that this is a rush project. We're trying to get all these things accomplished very quickly. The potential bidders, since we only received 1 bid on the property from Root Brothers, would like to purchase the property as soon as possible. So,
Okay. Got my sneakers on.
good.
Number 9, approval of Oxbow Landing use restriction and covenant.
Commissioners, in your packet, you have a use restriction and covenant document, which is for Oxbow Landing. It's not for every site at Oxbow Landing, but it's for 4 of the 5. And basically, as you can read, it is the restriction of retail or wholesale store for the primary sale of fireworks, defined as greater than 10% of sales, as a retail store for the primary sale of alcohol, defined as greater than 25% of sales. And it's important to put that in there because obviously there are restaurants that will sell alcohol, which we will be in favor of. As a retail store for the primary sale of tobacco products, defined as greater than 10% of sales. Is a retail store that advertises, specializes, or concentrates in the cost of merchandise at common prices, aka dollar stores. as a bail bonds, check into cash, or retail store for the sale of payday or short-term loans, as an adult entertainment or gentleman's club as defined by Hammond ordinances, or a retail store for the resale or consignment of goods. So if we can get approval for this document, we'll be restricting these uses at Oxbow Landing.
Good to me. Any more questions, Commissioners? Discussion?
Madam President,
Yes,
I'll
Commissioner.
make a motion for the approval of the Oxbow Landing use restrictions and covenants.
I second that.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Yes.
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 Yes, motion passes. All Commissioners present.
Thank you, Commissioners.
No problem. Number 10, approval of resurfacing of the redevelopment parking lot at 649 Conkey Street.
Commissioners, this is tied to the same thing. We just approved the demolition of the two structures. The other request is for the resurfacing of the parking lot at 649, also 651 Conkey Street. Stan Dostotny, our city engineer, went out and had 3 estimates for the property. He submitted this to Redevelopment Commission for hopefully our approval to hire Reith Riley Construction Company with a total price of $106,780 for the resurfacing project. If you have any questions, I'll be
It
happy.
did. It says maximum number of move-ins is 1. What's a move-in? That's on number 4. And then it says additional move-ins will be charged at $2,000 each.
Move-ins.
I don't know what a move-in is. Maximum number
Good
of
question.
move-ins. I wish Mr. Blosky wouldn't have left because he could probably answer that question, but I'll tell you what, if you want, I could probably make a phone call and we can move on, and I could probably have the answer before the end of this meeting.
Sounds good. And then number 11, is that supposed to be striping, not stripping?
That is striping. That is correct. Striping is not included. They are resurfacing, but they are not striping the parking lot. And the reason they're not doing that is when the new company purchases, they could stripe it anyway as long as it meets Hammond code.
Okay. We can table it if you can.
So, yeah, if you want to wait, I'll make a phone call while you move on and I'll have the answer for you.
Okay.
Okay, we will move on to number 10. Well, yeah, well,
Or you mean number 11?
Number 11.
I'm sorry.
yes, I'm sorry, yes.
You know, the only report I have is we had the Realtors Breakfast this morning.
It was nice.
I know Commissioner Myricks, Commissioner Hofrich were able to attend. It went very well. It was one of the best attended that we've had in the past. And all the speakers, it seemed like everybody was very engaged. There was a lot of questions for each speaker. The mayor did a great job of explaining the city, where we're at in the city right now, what projects we're working on, what we're looking at in the future. He also talked about the college-bound approval. And of course, he thanked the council for all the work they've done in the city as well. I know Councilwoman Venez was also there, and we just spoke about it. And she agreed that it was the best Realtors Breakfast that we've had. And one point I want to make is Pete Novak was there. He's the head of the Greater Northwest Indiana Realtors Association. Pete, one of the first things he said to the group is the fact that Hammond is putting on an event like this. Not a lot of cities or towns have these types of events to bring the realtors out, give them a breakfast, and explain to them, here's all the things going on in Hammond right now. Here's what we want you to know so that when somebody's looking at a house in Hammond, you're informing them and telling them about all the positive things that we're doing. And you could tell that the realtors really appreciate the fact that we have this event, and it means a lot to them. So I just wanted to let you know that. I'll also answer any questions that you may have.
From my past experience, it has been very well attended, and I've learned a lot just going to those breakfasts.
I was about to say, I didn't have a question. I just wanted to say when the mayor asked you to expound on some things, you did quite well yourself, so you need to pat yourself on the back.
You know, I would much rather give the accolades to the Awana Miller, Jen Hinojosa, Cynthia Rangel, Africa Tarver, Ann Anderson, who really put a lot of time and effort into making this the event that it was. Jen Hinojosa really took it on. One thing we're doing in our department is because of losing quite a few people in the last 5 years because of budget issues, is we're taking certain events and distributing them to everybody who's still in positions. And so basically, in a nutshell, everybody's taking on more responsibilities. And nobody's complained about it. They understand the situation with the city. And, you know, this was just another example of a staff member or staff members taking on a project and running with it and probably making it better than it was last year. It was a great event. Thank you very much, Commissioner Myrick. I will pass that on to the staff.
You guys do work well together. Dennis, you have anything for us? No? Okay. Okay, do you want to pay some bills since Ms. Miller's not here?
Madam President, I'd
Yes,
like to make a
Commissioner.
motion to pay the register of claims for May 1st, 2014 through May 14, 2014. Register of claims number R50366 through R50415.
Second. Thank you. Can we get a second? Second. Oh, thank you. Roll call, please.
Yes.
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 Yes, motion passes. All commissioners are present. We'll go with number 13, since Phil's still on the phone. New and unfinished business. New and unfinished business. I'd like to recognize our councilwoman, Ms. Janet Vanez. Welcome. She's always there for us. Thank you. No unfinished business. Number 14, public comments. 3 minutes, please. 3 minutes. The public, yes, Commissioner.
I just wanted to remind everyone about the Salute to Seniors Picnic. It's on Wednesday, June 4th, I think 10 to 2, and it's going to be at Pulaski Park.
Pulaski Park, oh, and it's when?
Wednesday, June 4th,
Oh, I'll be out of town.
What time?
10 to 2. And there's going to be a pickup at the Civic Center. The township is going to be offering rides, so if the senior needs a ride, they go to the Civic Center and be picked up there.
Oh, for seniors.
And Councilwoman Janet Vanez is assisting with this also.
Okay, so they can call Janet if they need a ride. Okay, that's awesome. We'll pass the word. Phil, do you have your answer first?
I do. If we can go back to number 10, approval for resurfacing of the redevelopment parking lot. Stan informed me a move-in is the setup. So when they say maximum number of move-ins, it means if they bring all their equipment in and start the project, and then the city tells them, okay, now we need you to leave for a week, and then you got to come back again, that would be 2 move-ins, they would charge us extra. There's no reason for us to do that. They're going to come in just one time, and they're going to resurface half the lot and have us park on the other side while they're doing it, and then when that side's done, we'll move, we'll be able to park on that side, and then they'll do the rest of it. So there would only be 1 move-in.
Yeah, it's
Now we know what a move-in is.
it's much needed. I've been at the lot there, so it's well overdue. I think it's
I'm going to go park in it as soon as they're done.
It's been really bad, and,
It looks terrible.
this is, it's a lot of money, and so you don't want to,
but it's a big area though.
It is, it's a very large area, and this was the lowest of the 3 bids that Stan brought. And one thing about, Stan DeStotney, he's probably the most trusted employee of the city. When he tells you we're getting a good deal,
Reed
I
Riley's
believe
a very good company. They do.
Oh, yeah, they've been around a long time.
Madam President?
Yes, Commissioner.
Yeah, I'd like to make a motion then for approval of resurfacing of the redevelopment parking lot at 649 Conkey Street to Reed and Riley Construction Company.
Thank
with
you.
the specifications in there.
Okay.
Second.
Okay, Kathy, thank you. Roll call, please.
Yes.
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 Yes, motion passes. All commissioners are present. Number 15.
Madam President,
Yes, Commissioner.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Thank you. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it.